Hello guys, and welcome to this Mortal Kombat 11 video. Today we're going to be talking about the humongous leak gifted to us courtesy of Steam, and maybe a possible tease at a Terminator showing up in Mortal Kombat 11, plus tons of new characters. Let's dive straight into it. Alright guys, here it is, the first page of the Steam Trophies Mortal Kombat 11 leak. And the first few entries on the page are not that significant, so we need to move down to the ones that say Trophy ID performed 2 different fatalities with, and the first one says SKA. That SKA is the first 3 letters in the name of Scarlet, and there she is. Not very shocking, we know she's in the game, so let's move down. So the next one says ERR. Currently there's not a character in the game whose name starts with ERR, but we know that in MKX there was Aaron Black. And I'm really glad that the badass cowboy, new character from MKX, Aaron Black, will be appearing in MK11. Moving on, the next one says perform 2 different fatalities with BAR. That has to be, of course, Baraka. Baraka's already confirmed, so that's not that shocking. Moving on, perform 2 different fatalities with SUB. That has to be Sub-Zero. We know Sub-Zero's in the game. We've seen gameplay footage. That's not that shocking. The next one says perform 2 different fatalities with RAI. Now, this one's a bit tricky because RAI is Raiden, but it could also be Rain. So, it probably is Raiden, but it could also be Rain. Hopefully it is Rain, because he needs some redemption from being left out of the last game. Next we see perform 2 different fatalities with SCO. That can only be one person, the poster boy of NetherRealm Studios, Scorpion himself. There he is. Alright, moving down. Trophy, duck 100 times during a match. Trophy performed 10 Mercy. Okay, so the Mercy one is a pretty big deal, because Mercies, if you don't know, before the 3D era, Mercies were kind of like a fatality where at the end of the match, you would type in your Mercy input and your opponent would get a little bit of health back. But what's more significant about the Mercy is it was directly related to performing Animalities. Watch this little clip.
Sub-Zero shows mercy. Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Animality.
Here on the second page, the first one we see with the fatality says perform 2 different fatalities with KUN. So I'm hoping that's Kung Lao. You know, because we saw him in the trailer, so it's probably Kung Lao, but it could also be one of the combat kids, Kung Jin. Hopefully it's Kung Lao, but it could also be Kung Jin. Moving on, we see perform 2 different fatalities with KAN. That's not a shock. We know Kano's in the game. It's probably Kano, and, you know, that's not very shocking, so moving on. The next one says perform 2 fatalities with CAS. That has to be Cassie Cage. Of course, Cassie Cage is in the game. Sonya Blade's in the game. Johnny Cage is going to probably be in the game. I know we saw him in the backgrounds, and we saw that little intro with Cassie Cage talking to Katana, so that is probably Cassie Cage. Moving on. The next one says DVO. We know that's Devora. Devora got confirmed, so it's probably Devora. So the next one says JAD. So that is most likely Jade. We know Jade is probably coming back in Mortal Kombat 11 due to her ladder ending in Mortal Kombat 9 and Katana's ladder ending in MKX, all alluding to Jade being involved and that mysterious woman who some suspect to be Kronika. So moving down, we see CET. I don't know any character in the Mortal Kombat lore whose name starts with CET, so that's probably a new character. So moving down, we see FRO, and that can only be the female Cryomancer Frost. Frost had a cameo in MKX and made a lot of people mad, so it makes sense that they're putting her in Mortal Kombat 11. Moving down, we see SON, and we know that's Sonya. She's confirmed. That makes a lot of sense that we see that. It's not very shocking. Moving down, KAB, Cabal, also not very shocking because we know Cabal's confirmed. But the next one, KOT, we have to assume is the Khan himself, Kotal Khan, making a return to Mortal Kombat 11, which is pretty exciting because I think Kotal was either the first or second best new character to come out of MKX. And the last one on this page is JAC, and we have to assume that is Jackie Briggs, one of the Kombat kids. I'm not sure why they would put Jackie back in the game. I don't think she was very popular, but it looks like she's in Mortal Kombat 11. So moving on, we see the next one says perform 2 fatalities with TER. To my knowledge, there's no character in the Mortal Kombat lore with the initials TER. However, this could be a new character, or it could be a guest character, and that guest character could be a Terminator, which would be awesome. I think Terminator would make a great guest character. This could also be one other character that is kind of related to Mortal Kombat. There's a character named Nimbus Terrafox, who was a joke character that a magazine ran as a character who would be added to one of the older Mortal Kombat games, but turns out it was a April Fool's joke. However, there was a leak going around that this character would appear in Mortal Kombat 11, so maybe that's who it is, maybe it isn't. It could be a Terminator. It's most likely a new character. Second from the bottom, we see perform 2 fatalities with KOL. I don't know any Mortal Kombat character with the initials KOL. There was another leak going around that said there would be a character named the Collector. Now, this could be that new character. It could be the Collector, or it could just be some new character whose name starts with KOL that we don't know about. It could not, have shown up on any leaks, but I don't know that character. And the last one on the page says perform 2 different fatalities with Liu. And we all know that Earthrealm's champion and the current Emperor of the Netherrealm is Liu Kang, and we know he's in the game because we've seen him in the trailers fighting Raiden. So there it is, guys. That's a lot of new characters that Steam leaked. And there were some characters missing that we know are confirmed, such as Garrus and the pre-order bonus Shao Kahn. And there were some characters missing that we know are pretty much locks to make it in the game, such as Kitana and Johnny Cage. So I think that the 25 tiles that they showed us on the roster screen might be a little misleading. I think there's going to be quite a few more characters in this game, closer to 28, between 28 and 32. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the new content.